The cops threw 2 tear gases at me.
What were you doing at the time?
Well, marching. I'm walking like you were, and this is what happened.
Let's get it started. Yeah. This is the jump off.
Well, May Day to me, it's like I think it was at the time that we were at the community of Los Angeles. We were trying to like pass for, they'd say like a reform, immigration reform. But I was there more to support like the working class people.
Este fue el punto de reunión de la marcha que, como tú mencionabas, partió de la calle Tercera y Vermont. Fueron cientos de personas, miles de personas que marcharon durante este contingente.
MIWAN, the Multi-Ethnic Immigrant Workers Organizing Network, have been organizing a May 1st May Day March for years before May Day 2007. Part of the organizations that take part of it were people like IDEPSCA, the Filipino Worker Center, the Garment Worker Center, Churla, Carecen, and supporters like Q-Team.
I'm in full support of the trabajadores, the workers, the gente that are paid low wages, which is mostly my people, Mexicanos and Centroamericanos. And so I felt that I had no other choice but to be there. If I was going to be in Los Angeles, I'm going to be there. And that's why I attended.
I took my granddaughter to that march. Matter of fact, I took my granddaughter to both marches that day. We went downtown, and then we took the bus on over to the 3rd of Vermont, where we joined with a bunch of other comrades and compañeros and began marching down Vermont.
And both marches were very peaceful. The second march was kind of insane because they would not issue a permit for us to march in the street. So we had to walk on this narrow sidewalk, sharing the sidewalk with other traffic, cross traffic. At certain points there was construction going on, so you couldn't help but go into the street or fall into a crevice. And while we were doing that, which was obvious, we had no other room to walk. The police did not acknowledge that, and basically kept attempting to provoke us by riding their motorcycles up on us and screaming at us and telling us to get back on the sidewalk. We're telling them like we have no other room. You were talking about hundreds of people.
You know, we're marching throughout Vermont and 3rd Street, and it turns out the organizers weren't able to come up with a permit, and what that created was that thousands of people had to march on the sidewalks.
It was blatantly obvious from the start that the police were there not to block traffic. The police were there with the express purpose of intimidating people. That was obvious from the start.
And from that point, it was basically still peaceful. We were not allowing them to provoke us. And we finally got to the park.
In 2006, that's when they had the big march that over 1 million people showed up in City Hall. And it was a beautiful feeling to be part of that. And then 2007 was just kind of like to follow up on that.
Basically, we were asked by MIWAN, in particular the Garment Worker Center, to be out there on May 1st, to not do security, but to observe the police. Cop Watch LA, because of our politics, we felt that we need to be out there to basically defend the people in case something happened. We would put ourselves on the line to put our bodies on the line for the people that were out there, the families, the innocent children. We were hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, and the worst did happen on that day. There was a ceremony on Wilshire and Alvarado where Mexica dancers, Aztec dancers were there, so they're having a circle, and to them that's sacred, right? police came out and ran through the middle with their motorcycles and almost ran over a young girl.
They were using their motorcycles to push people back. Now that's an assault.
Nos venían echando la moto encima, las bicicletas. Nos estaban tratando, o sea, como que si fuéramos animales.
La policía llegó y arruinó todo. La policía llevó a este evento a otra clase de nivel.
And at that point, they were instigating a lot of the youth that were there to defend themselves, and the police just came out with their batons and the bike police in particular. The bike patrol came out and started confronting people. Sixth and Park, the same things happened, where the motorcycle police instigated some of the people. They ran their motorcycle into somebody and were pushing people down on the ground. People that were in the streets because they was trying to walk to the park where the rally was at. In marches, usually you have people in green hats walk around. They're called legal observers. And some of them work with the National Lawyers Guild, or some of them are just volunteers. On May 1st, 2007, you had a couple people that were wearing green hats that instead of actually observing the police, they actually, were trying to do the job of the police. They went and used the cops' megaphone and told people to go on the sidewalks. They're calling people agitators. These people actually went over to the side of the police. They went behind their line and used their megaphone.
I'm trying to get my hat. They're trying to fucking hit me.
Tax number 11654. Name Acosta. Fuck LAPD.
Say it again.
Fax number 11654. Last name Acosta. Fuck LAPD.
Fuck that motherfucker. Just for trying to get my fucking hat, man.
Fuck that motherfucker.
So from like maybe from 6 o'clock to like I don't know 6:20, people were like, "What's going on? You know, ¿qué pasa?" And then before you know it, it's like I heard like cops saying like, "Move, move."
I mean, you're talking about fully armed, fully riot gear, SWAT members and special tactics. I mean, not just SWAT, but other elite forces of the police department. I mean, it's ludicrous.
Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you! And fuck you too, man! I'm moving back, goddammit! I'm moving back!
And it was exactly like a military style setup. I was about 6 feet away from them, and they were pointing their guns towards people. And there was a variety of lieutenants or, commanders giving orders, ready, aim, fire. That is exactly what they were saying.
Just shooting indiscriminately at people. Just reloading and shooting indiscriminately. They're just taking shots. They're just taking shots at whoever they can hit. Whoever they can hit.
Los Angeles Police Department. Everybody needs to leave the park immediately. If you do not leave, you will be arrested. Everybody needs to leave right now.
Hey, a homeless lady just got fucking dropped down, and the freaking police didn't give a shit. And there's the little kids falling down. That's not right.
What happened, man?
They're freaking doing whatever the fuck they want.
But who started? Who started it?
Huh?
What happened?
We were just in the freaking sidewalk, and they're just starting, oh, the SWAT's gonna come.
And then they came.
And then they came. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna rush you guys. And now like little kids are just hitting the floor, bleeding, and then the fucking cops are shooting whatever the fuck there is.
Where'd you get hit?
Now it's gonna come over here.
This is a public park! We have the right to be here! So, fix it later! Get going!
Like, this is the son of a bitch! Look!
And all we wanted is to walk specifically demanding full immigration rights.
What happened
This
to
is
you?
what they do. Mira, compañero.
Describe to me, what is it?
Shot by tear gas.
Ellos lastiman a la gente y nunca tienen perdón de nadie. Todo lo hacen por...
Look, and what they're gonna do?
Can you tell us how you got that?
I was walking, and the other guy, I just got 2 shots. And what they're gonna blow up on the news and on the newspaper, they're gonna say, oh look, the protesters did this, they interrogated, they provoked these and things like that. But in reality, all we wanted was just to walk peaceful, like we did last year, and nothing wrong, nothing else. But what they're gonna do, they're gonna blow it up and say, look, they provoked. So get that straight.
Did they give a warning?
No, look, walk right here. Walk, let's walk together and see if they'll give us a warning. And you'll see they're gonna shoot at us.
Does it hurt?
Don't you think it hurts? Brother, don't you think it hurts?
What is your name?
Gerardo.
Last name?
Gomez.
Where do you live?
I can't tell you that. In Los Angeles. That's where I live. Hey, let's walk and tell me if it hurts. Let's go walk and tell me if it hurts.
It was clearly an act of terror that I felt was organized terror and intended.
There's police officers celebrating the excessive use of force. Too tight. We need to spread this out as much as we can.
All the way to the sidewalk. Walk that in. All the way to the sidewalk.
Clear the sidewalk. Let them walk.
Over the sidewalk.
We cannot depend, I feel, we cannot depend on with the system anymore because it's not and never has been for our people, you know?
We got a right to be on the street. Fuck this running shit. That's how they got us scared. Nobody won't stand the fucking ground. These motherfucking pigs.
This is fucking oppression, man. This is oppression. They are making the people work for fucking miserable wages, and on top of that, they come here and fucking oppress them. That's fucking unfair. That is unfair, man.
They are totally taking away our unalienable human rights right now. They're men, they're women and children. Would they do this to their own mother? Their own little sister? Or terrorize it? You know what I mean? Like, they put on a uniform and think everybody's bad. You know what I mean? They're here to protect and serve us. We pay their checks. You know what I mean? And what happens is when people don't get involved and don't watch what's going on, this is what goes on. You know, a police state. And 2007 is a crucial year. It's make or break for the people. Either we're going to live in a fascist dictatorship, it's going to get worse and worse, or we're going to really make it a free democracy of thoughts and ideas and free living. You know? What do we want to live in, a war culture?
terrorizing a peaceful community in a public space. You're a bunch of terrorists. Terrorizing children and grandmas. There's the true terrorist right there in black.
God. It's really hard.
They're just standing there, like we were standing in the corner, and then like out of nowhere, like they just start pushing, and they're like making everybody move, and like a bunch of like SWAT cars just came in.
I say that revolution is the only solution at this point.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Terrorists! Fucking terrorists! Fucking terrorists! Fucking terrorists!
We made it down to 6th and Coronado, where there was another police skirmish line blocking 6th Street. So we're standing there on the corner, and these bicycle cop drove by, and he just happened to look over at us, and he came back with another 20 bicycle cops, and they arrested the young guy that was with me, saying that he had threw a bottle at one of their officers, and I explained to him that he couldn't have done that because he's been with me like in the last hour or so. And they said no. At first, I asked him, why are you jacking him? And he says, they called us pigs, and I explained to him that we all were calling them pigs, and what's the big deal? Why you arresting him? He said he threw a bottle, and then he was arrested.
Did you know that guy?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No, he didn't do anything right now. They say he did something earlier?
He did do something, man.
How do they know it was him?
Well, anybody that's wearing a black Anarchist uniform is going to get called. You know? He said, when he called you a pig, I said, well, everybody was calling you a pig, man. So he said, well, that ain't what it was. Do something. There's about 30 cops. That's about 30 cops for this one little kid, man.
I'll tell you everything when you let me go.
Every single day. Never give up.
I need some, I want some, I never had some, can I have freedom? I need some, I want some, I never had some, can I have freedom?
You want freedom? We need solutions. Are you ready for the thought of revolution? Now can you handle all the struggle and confusion and have it bottled up as one big illusion? Now let me ask this, what is it you doing to make sure that the people life improving? No more drug dealing, alcohol abusing, the brown and black revolutionary movement. Cause I need some, want some, never had none. Politicians lie, pigs use a handgun. So each and every day it's like we on a manhunt.
We had a group of agitators, 75 to 100, who were gathered at Alvarado and 7th. They had been part of the larger demonstration, broke away from it. Certain elements of the crowd, and we don't believe that they were representative at all of the vast majority of the crowd that was here, and for the purpose that the crowd was here, that began to create a series of disturbances that continued for a period of time.
That's not what we saw.
It was fascinating. There was this triangle of them that came in, headed up by a young woman. They almost always will put women at the front of the line. They're better organized than we are.
It started with a standoff. Members of an anarchist group joined demonstrators staging a sit-down on Wilshire Boulevard.
Fue un enfrentamiento entre un grupo de estudiantes que se hizo de palabras, comenzó a lanzar insultos a los policías, tuvieron que intervenir la policía antimotines.
After a day of peaceful immigration protests, a few thousand demonstrators had gathered in a downtown Los Angeles park. Authorities say several people in the crowd threw rocks and bottles at officers.
Cuando comenzaron algunos jóvenes a tirar algunos proyectiles como botellas y puede ser que alguna piedra, ya el equipo antimotines, y ahí comenzaron a disparar.
The protest had been peaceful all day long until towards the very end. The problem started when a select few started throwing things at police officers.
Era un grupo de aproximadamente 20, 25 jóvenes que nosotros los grabamos en el momento en que lanzaban algunos objetos.
They were blaming the youth. They were blaming anarchists. They were blaming, the people that, were victims. So victimized by the police.
They still round the blame around a handful of people or so, or a group of so-called agitators. saying people were throwing rocks and bottles. It was unprovoked. It was unprovoked. We found out later on that they had been doing formation practicing earlier that day around this. And basically, it was just to send a message. And that's my personal analysis. And some other folks share that analysis with me.
Because prior to this action, I was waiting for a friend. The friend arrived an hour late and we asked, what happened? How come you're so late? She said, I had a hard time finding parking. Why? Well, you know, all marches, it's hard. She goes, well, not just that, but every alley, I saw these Humvees with these cops in there. What are they doing there? And we're like, what? Why are there cops here? This is during the time when everybody was having fun and everybody was just enjoying the union. So this was planned.
The way I see it, it's like the cops got caught, and because they got caught, they have to come up with something, right? And so sometimes people use language in very oppressive ways. So when you use a word such as communist or anarchist, it resonates fear, or like, oh, you know, they're always the troublemaker. And I think that was their tactic, to use that type of language to oppress, to kind of cover their own like mistakes.
public space.
Cop was fucking
You're a bunch of terrorists.
We're like, when they were pushing
terrorizing children and grandmas.
Very hopeful this year that we learned from last year.
Angelica Salas of the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights LA says her organization plans to work with the LAPD tomorrow.
But we have been in direct communication with Chief Bratton, with all the different captains that are responsible for tomorrow.
There's the true terrorist right there in black.
It was a clear example of what side they stand on. They don't stand with the people; they stand with the state. You know, they stand with the people who are gentrifying our communities, who are locking us up, who are killing us, who are responsible for the police that do that. They're responsible for the developers and the landlords that are kicking the families out. These are the enemies of the people. They're not our friends. You know, they don't stand with the organizations that are grassroots, that are, you know, doing things with nothing. They're organizing with nothing. You know. So RAC, one of the things that we're focusing on too now, right, that we focused on right after May 1st was our food program.
The Revolutionary Autonomous Communities has created a food program where we are empowering ourselves and others to become self-sustainable. The food program is a mutual aid project where we, the people ourselves, are organizing and distributing food in our own communities. This is not charity. We do not believe change will come or happen that way. This is self-empowerment, where working-class neo-colonies are feeding ourselves. We feel that this system is killing our people by what the corporations feed us or do not feed us. At the same time, there is an abundance of healthy food that goes to waste. They would rather let food go to waste and allow the price of food in the market to drop. Then they disconnect all indigenous and colonized people from the land, which a free and independent people need to survive. They centralize power and resources in the hands of the few. This is how they keep oppressed people dependent on the white supremacist, patriarchal, capitalist, imperialist system. RAC's food program is a way that we can work with supporters and other organizations to feed healthy food to our communities. We want people to connect with each other, to pick up and distribute food amongst themselves. We will support, help connect people, and to supply whatever resources we can. Through this process, our goal is to connect our communities and to take back the land. We need land to survive, and the land belongs to us, not the colonizer. We want to relearn how to live off the land and how to truly be sustainable. Support our food program, help pick up food, help distribute food in your community, donate to your community mutual aid program, get organized, take back our communities, and take back the land.
El programa de comida al cual nosotros pertenecemos, yo tengo un buen tiempo participando con los muchachos. Algo que me inspiró para poder integrarme a ellos es que yo necesitaba, en primer lugar, de lo que ellos estaban haciendo, o sea, de lo que reparten, lo que ellos juntan o tienen acceso a agarrar, o por ejemplo manzanas, repollos, melón, todo lo que es vegetales y frutas. Entonces algo que eso fue lo que me inspiró a querer ayudar a los muchachos, y hoy en día ya tenemos buen tiempo y creo que semana con semana vamos creciendo y vamos creciendo más como personas y como grupo, especialmente en estos tiempos que las personas se están quedando sin trabajo. Hay quienes están recortando muchos trabajos y están contratando más policías, que creo que no es justo porque las escuelas necesitan maestros, necesitamos educar a nuestra gente. Eso es lo que yo pienso y es lo que me inspira a seguir colaborando con los muchachos acá. Que viva la revolución.
Conscientious hunger, fed through the tough lessons in life and struggle. Overcoming this has filled me with the power. All I can think of is the time and the hour. Democrat Republic can't sustain the jaws of natural law. The visions